Hey guys, what is up? We are back with another tier listing, and today we are going to do the ores and minerals in Minecraft. Now, I know it might seem like it's pretty self-explanatory, but I think it's not I think it's more complex than you might give credit for. So hear me out. So we're going to go through every ore and mineral, kind of base them on their usefulness. And I believe there hasn't been anything added since copper was added, but could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But we're gonna base them on their usefulness, not only like with tools, but with, there's redstone implications, building, how it works with that, and any other miscellaneous things that it might help with. So to start things off, we're gonna go and label the two worst, and I'm gonna put them in F tier. But I'm gonna go flint goes in F. And I'm gonna go redstone or glowstone goes in F. So flint, you have arrows, and then you have flint and steel. I don't think flint's used for anything else. I could be wrong. At least that's the way it's been for the longest time. If it had more uses, or like we could use mega arrow, like make better arrows, we could do something with it. There's something that flint, like they could do more with the flint that they're just not. And I think that's why, it's going to go in F tier, because there's not that many uses. There's really no use for it. It's kind of just a waste of space in the game. Like, we could probably figure out something else to use arrows. Glowstone. Now, glowstone does have its useful. It's a good building block. You can make, glowstone blocks are okay, I guess. And then you can also make glowstone or redstone lamps, which is nice. And it does have its useful. It does have it has more variety of flint, because it does get a potion usefulness, but I still don't think that's enough to put it. It makes any potion what? I think glowstone is glowstone the one that makes it faster. I think it's the worst of the two potion effects. So about the only thing you could probably trade it with villagers if I had to guess. So I'm gonna put it in F just because it's not that good. Redstone lamps are nice, and glowstone can be nice used in the right building block, but it's just not that good. Now, we're going E. I'm gonna go E is gonna be coal. Barely see it. And charcoal's not in this, but charcoal can also go there. Torches are nice, and it is nice that it can cook fuel, but it's not the most efficient thing to use to cook fuel. If you want to really cook fuel, you either get a bamboo farm and make an automatic farm over the fuel cooker, or you make a kelp farm and make dried kelp. Dried kelp, in my opinion, is probably one of the best things as long as you have a good farm. I think dried kelp is the best. So fuel-wise, it's not that good. Torches are very useful in the game. Do not get me wrong. I do believe torches are very useful in the game. But I think with newer updates, it's harder to get coal in mine. You got to be mining at the right level, so you got to be at a specific level. And if you're looking for the good materials, quote unquote, then coal just isn't at that level. You know what I mean? So I think coal has fallen off. I think torches, what else would... I don't think coal blocks are okay, I guess, but I think coal's fallen off hard. I think it goes into E tier. Now, in the D tier, I'm going with the amethyst crystals, right? I think the block that they create, I do believe that's what these create, is a really pretty block and can be used really well with the right build palette. Now, my thoughts with it, it's getting more uses. So I think it's too new to be too harsh on it, because it doesn't have that many uses yet. But as we're seeing throughout these, as updates come out, it's getting more useless. I think you're useful. I think there was a wireless the wireless shulker sensor has been created, and I think that makes it more useful. And since it's so new, it doesn't have any many uses, but it's already got more uses than flint, in my opinion. So I think we got to be a little bit nicer with it, and it does have the use for armor trims too. So we got to be a little bit nicer with it, but it is gonna go in D tier because there still isn't that many usefulness for it. I'm looking at this list and I forgot to add one to F. Lapis. The block isn't that great, and enchanting tables are kind of useless nowadays. If you really want your enchant, the enchants that you want, don't go an enchantment table. It's kind of a waste of time. Get an anvil, get villagers, specifically pick out your stuff. It's not that difficult. I think lapis is like there's really no good use for lapis. I mean, again, the block can be used in very specific details. There's not really like it's just there. You know, it used to be really cool back in the day because it was, you know, it's like whoa, I'm getting closer to diamond levels, but now it's just it's kind of useless. Let's go to C tier, and I'm thinking C tier is going to copper because again. But only because copper, and really its only purpose is to be a building material. The oxidization really helps a lot of builds. I think it's such a valuable building block that I'm gonna put it in C tier. But it needs more. I think we could get some really cool redstone stuff if we use copper and like maybe gotta craft something with gold like wires, and then you can get like more advanced high tech stuff. I'm a big component. If you guys ever know back in the day, the old Tech mod or any mod that might have it, but turtles, dude, we can make turtles if we got wiring maybe, and then let's go. So copper, gold, make wiring. Let's get turtles in the game. If turtles in the game, this will go instantly S tier because turtles are so cool. I like turtles, but yeah, it's C tier, but it only because the merits of building blocks is outstanding. Now, what do we go next? I'm thinking realistically, we're going diamond and netherite. We're going to put these together. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. Maybe gold. Gold can also go in B tier. So we got all these B tiers. Diamond just got a big kick with the new 1.20 update making the templates. So it did get a big kick with that. So that's going to put it at the head of everything. But like once you get diamond gear or like your diamond, really you don't even need to mine diamonds to get diamond gear. You could, again, villagers are just huge. So like I think once you get your diamond gear or you go mining for diamonds, they're not really that useful. Like it gets to a point in the game where like you have so many or you don't even need them anymore that it really just becomes a building block, and then I guess you could use it for templates for your new armor sets. But other than that, like I mean, diamonds falling off hard. Like aside from a hard flex, diamonds are gonna be put in B tier. I mean, like you gotta give them merit because diamond gear is, you know, essential in any playthrough. And then you move to netherite. Netherite is just better diamond gear, and that's why the fact that it's only just for the gear, and it's really not that much better than diamond. It's just kind of a rare thing, and the block's pretty nice. It's not like, you know, it's better than diamond in tools, but diamond has a little bit more usefulness with the templates. So netherite's going to go behind diamond. I don't think that, you know, besides tools, there's no use for them, and it really doesn't improve stuff that much. It really is a durability thing, and if you have mending, it doesn't matter. Gold. I want to put gold higher because piglin trading can be... Actually, I am going to put gold. I'm going to put gold in the A tier because... And I'm going to put it at the back of the A tier, but hear me out. Gold is essential in things like speed runs. Piglin trading is so huge that how could you not? Because it gives you so many resources. I think if a one singular resource can get you a boatload of other resources, I think it's an essential thing. Like, what is that? Obsidian, soul sand. You can get soul speed books. That's the only way you can get them with piglin trading. Ender pearls and a bunch of random other items. But I think gold is actually, the more I think about it, the more useful I think gold is. Plus, I mean, you're probably not doing this if you have a villaging setup, but golden carrots is the best food source in the game, I believe, besides maybe suspicious stew. But suspicious stew is a little bit annoying. So I think gold is a really solid A tier contender for the minerals. Now we move on to the old. So what's going to be an A completely and what's going to be an S completely? I'm thinking I'm putting. It's a tough one, guys. But I think I'm going quartz in A, and I think that's the only other one I'm gonna put in A, honestly, because quartz is essential for most redstone projects. Most. Name like one really good farm that doesn't use an observer, right, or a comparator. Like quartz, you need quartz to make most farms. Not all, most though. So I'm gonna put it in A because of that. But if it was like you needed it in like any farm, then I would rank it higher. But the redstone farms, like the quartz, like the observers, clutch, but also the building block is beautiful. So I think in like quartz, so it makes things look clean. So I'm gonna put it in A, and you get a lot of experience from mining it. So that's another plus. It's a small plus, but it's another plus, especially early game. I'm gonna put it in A. Now, these next three, I think in this order we go. I don't know, man. This is tough. So you almost need. Ooh, I'm gonna go redstone first. I know it's crazy. It's an S tier thing. Like obviously, so we talk about quartz is used in almost every redstone contraption or any redstone farm. Well, redstone's used in every redstone farm. You can't really progress the game quickly without redstone farms or farms in general. But and so I mean, the more you see it, the more you mine of it, the more essential it is. I think it is top notch. You need it. There's no like if you're playing without redstone, if you don't have any basics of redstone, you should learn. It'd make your game a lot easier. Now this one's tough. I know what you're thinking. You're crazy, but iron's next. Iron is right in front of redstone. It's like every farm that you have, you need a collection system. You don't need it, but it makes it better, way better. So hoppers are key. Having iron blocks on deck to make your beacons. It's the best way to make a beacon. We're going, I mean, you can do gold too. Gold farms are easy as well, but I think iron farms are just a little bit simpler. It's not as complicated to set up. Having just that extra iron to make, railways. There's a lot of things like iron bars, lanterns is a huge thing. There's a lot of resources / building blocks that iron is utilized in, and like where you see redstone, you're probably gonna have hoppers. Hoppers equal good farm. So I'm gonna say iron, in my opinion, and you can use it for tools. So that's another thing that sets it over redstone. Maybe not gonna be good tools, but still tools nonetheless. So that sets it right above redstone, barely, but right above. And then emeralds. Emeralds by far is number, because hear me out. I think almost every other thing on this list can be almost, not all, because like netherite, diamonds, and maybe quartz and gold. I don't know. I think almost every other thing on this list can be obtained using emeralds or vice versa. And so let's get into the S tier and actually see it. It's my bad, guys. And now you can get enchantments, you can get diamond gear, you can get iron gear, chainmail gear, you can get food, anything that a villager is willing to trade. Blocks, building blocks is huge. Quartz is hard to find eventually, and getting just free quartz for building is amazing. Or getting it's one of the best ways, quickest ways to get if you have something that's a good farm for emeralds. Like if you have a raid farm and you have all these emeralds, you get building blocks on deck. So a resource on deck. So I think emeralds has got to be your number one S tier, because it gets you so many other options. It opens so many alleyways into the game that emeralds is by far, no competition, the number one best mineral / ore. Now that's my list, guys. If you agree, let me know in the comments below. If you disagree, also let me know. Let me know what your favorite ore / mineral is. And also let me know what your favorite armor trim is with this, or favorite armor trim combo, because I think that the new the new incorporation, I'm going to use the word, new incorporation of all the armor trims really adds a little unique twist to your own perk or character to the game. So I really like that. So let me know what your favorite armor trim combo is. But that's all I have for today. If you did enjoy, hit those like and subscribe buttons, check out my other videos, and until next time, peace.